A very wonderful afternoon, awesome morning, and a brilliant evening to all of you who are watching us right here on what we like to do every week. This right here is what we call the Neutral Zone. My name is Beewol. I'd like to welcome you to another edition, another episode, and we are broadcasting live at the Gardens, Nigeria. As always, I'd like to remind you that on Friday, pass by and enjoy some old school music. And at the time of recording this, we're getting ready for the rock festival that's taking place on Saturday, which is Kesho. Fall in, by the time you watch this, you'll be preparing to come and have yourself a brilliant time right here at the Gardens, Nigeria. Reminding you also that every Tuesday, there's a bit of quiz, and you might find some karaoke. Every Wednesday, there's good old reggae that's happening right there, courtesy of Blaze and Ayo, the Walker. And apart from that, on Thursdays, as always, it's that rock music. Come and enjoy this awesome place. They've got wonderful gardens. They've got a brilliant kitchen and got a washing bay as well. You might hear the sounds in the background. I would like to welcome you to the month of November. Yeah, welcome to what should be the beginning of the end of the year. Those of you who had New Year's resolutions, I don't know how far you've come with them, but it's not too late to begin planning for the New Year's resolutions for 2025. Yes, my name is Beewol, and today I have two guests with me. My usual panelists are, they're MIA. One of them is out of the country. The other one is pregnant. One of the male ones is pregnant. And then the final one, I don't know what happened, but Temamu Sasudeso, he wasn't able to make it here. But we hope that they'll be back in the next episode. In the meantime, I am honored and glad to have two fine gentlemen with me here. Yeah. I'm going to let them introduce themselves, but before they do, I want to let you know that I'm wearing some very dope merchandise. This is Ferrari right here. Right now, we're number 2 in the Constructors' Championships. In Formula 1, Ferrari, Forza Ferrari. Yeah. So moving on to my two guys who are right here. First of all, thank you for making time to join me.
Forza Ferrari.
Correct. I'll start with you, Ben. How are you? How was your week? And what's going on?
I'm okay. I'm Ruben. Mm-hmm. The best performance analyst. Performance analyst in the country. Okay. And I'm here to make you love the sport more. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Football, Formula 1.
Yeah.
Rugby.
Awesome. What are you wearing?
Spalding pants.
Yes, sir. Okay, very sporty.
But yeah, Spalding. I have some Puma kicks and a very nice tee on me.
Okay, there you go. Lovely.
Yeah.
Ja.
Yo,
Chechiriwo.
I'm jagging.
What are you wearing?
The one and only. Yo, first of all, I'm wearing clothes.
Obviously.
And I don't know if the camera can reach me, but right down here, I'm wearing, these are called Lacoste Croxico.
Lacoste Croxico.
You are telling me something.
These are actually, they may look normal, but these are very special. There are only 3 in the country.
3 in the country?
Only 3 in the. If you want to check, ask URA. You want to check us if you believe others, you have to believe me.
Ask you.
You are saying something like what? Shockproof.
Yes, there's shockproof under it.
Okay.
When you step, when you say that bounce, it's the Lacoste bounce. Okay.
Okay.
Today I'm serving leg. So
well done.
Feel free to put your number in the comments.
Yeah.
Ladies, I'll see how to distribute some of this.
Yeah.
And Oasis blue shorts.
Yes.
Polo. You know, it's a Friday.
Yeah,
it's a Friday.
Why
And
not?
I'm ready to cook some old school today. Then the winning team.
Is it a winning team?
Yes, we score 5, by the way. We score 5.
First time in 2 years to score
5. And above me right here, the best country in the whole world.
And that looks expensive.
The U in
Nepal. Yeah.
Uganda in itself, the country with the best spirit in the world.
Spirit, which kind of spirit?
It's a gene.
All sense of spirit.
All sense of spirit. The Holy Spirit.
Yeah, and the other spirit.
And the other spirit.
The one that binds us.
Exactly.
Well,
glad to be here.
Good to have you guys here. Before I go any further, I just want to ask, first of all, how was your last week? How have the past 7 days been for you? I'll start with you, Uncle Ben. How have the 7 days been?
Bruh, we start from Sunday.
Yeah, let's start from Sunday.
Man, I had a very bad Sunday. Ateta let me down.
Oh.
We lead 2-1 half time.
Yeah.
and he does some Arsene Wenger shit. We come in to defend a 1-goal lead. We are equalized, and then we want to play on the front foot again. Bro, it was a very, very sad Sunday. We should have battered Liverpool like 7 goals. Should have taken them to the airport, taken them home. But we shall serve them at Anfield.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we come Preston North. Ethan Nwaneri made my week.
Just have a good time, yeah?
Ethan Nwaneri made my week, bro.
Yeah, he's a very bright young lad. Eh?
Besides Carlos Sainz winning, I just thought that Ferrari would put up a show in Mexico. But Ethan Nwaneri made my week.
Made your week.
Yeah, 17-year-old.
Yeah.
Putting up a show in number 10.
What were you doing when you were 17?
Yeah.
17, I was blowing my life away. I was blowing my life away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yo. The past 7 days, how have they been for you?
They've been busy.
Busy is good.
Busy is good. It's been crazy. Wednesday I was playing at Tales.
Oh yeah.
Thursday I was playing at Silo. Tonight I'm playing here.
Hey, you're a busy man.
It's been a good week. I'm now tweeting like a hard guy.
Yeah,
you know,
big wig. Eh?
He's the party player.
Like only 3 in the country.
like only 3 in the country. Then sports-wise, it was beautiful watching Wemby versus Chet.
Victor Wembanyama.
Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah.
You know, 5 threes, 28 points, a couple of rebounds, blocks, you know. And for the first time, he won his match. I look forward to seeing Victor and Chet go
Cunningham,
back to back. It's
and they're both fire. They've been on fire lately.
They've been on fire lately. It's been good. Besides that, it's been a beautiful week. Been a beautiful week.
Okay, there are 2 very key things I want us to talk about. But the first order of business, the elephant in the room, that jersey you're wearing, it's a jersey that is drenched and dipped in history. And success and tradition and all these things. But the last 1 week, news drifted through that Erik Ten Hag, his tenure at Man United was coming to an end
on Monday.
Yes, on Monday.
Yeah.
And United fans, for once in a very, very long time, it seemed unanimous that they breathed a sigh of relief. Thinking to themselves, oh, finally this has come to an end. I'm not one of those. I personally felt like first of all, I'm very much against managers being fired, but I felt like perhaps this should be an opportunity for, first of all, Ruud van Nistelrooy to show us what he's probably capable of, but also for the players to dig themselves out of the deep pit they had been in. I want to start with you, Ruben. Then when you received the news, forget the fact that you are an Arsenal fan, right? As a football lover. Were you happy for the club or were you happy for Ten Hag? Because the club also was toxic to him. Which of the 2 do you think benefited the most?
I wasn't happy at all.
As a football fan?
As a football fan, I believe in
Why
Ten Hag.
Is that? You believe in Ten Hag?
I always thought that Ten Hag is going to raise the roof at Man United, you understand? But things went sideways. Ten Hag did not deliver on a lot of things at the club. However much he delivered, some 2 trophies and everything, but that's not the level of Man United. Man United is a club that is going to want to compete with Pep, is going to want to set standards in the league.
Absolutely.
And at the moment, we are only having 2 teams that are doing that, setting standards for all the other teams. That is Arsenal and Man City.
I know Liverpool fans are going to be angry at you.
They should be angry, but they are not yet there.
Really?
This is a marathon, and how they are going to perform in 45 league games plus.
No, but
I will be here to talk about that.
But one can argue that in the past 3 seasons, at least they have won a Premier League trophy. In the past 3 or 4 seasons, at least they have won a Champions League, and they have finished in the top 3. So really, why would you write them off?
They can argue all that, but we are talking about Slot era. And Slot, he still has a lot to deliver. He was saying that when he came to the league, they told him the league is very hard, and now all of a sudden they are telling him he has had an easy start. So anyway, you see, he's also back for him. But back to Ten Hag. Ten Hag was a dead man walking.
At what point do you think he became that dead man?
When did he die?
In your opinion?
In my opinion, I thought last season was a learning curve for Ten Hag. That maybe if he went for pre-season, he had to sit down, understand what the team really needed, and deliver on that. You know, he brought in a left back. Was it a right back? Mazarui. He brought in Delete. He brought in a couple of players, but they did not deliver.
Is that on him?
Too bad for Lenny Euro. I thought that was a very big prospect for Man United.
No, he is. He still is.
When I look at Lenny Euro play, he gives me vibes of a younger Van Dijk.
Yeah.
You understand?
Very composed, very smart with the ball, uses his head.
Even his structure, even his posture, when he's playing, it's so Van Dijk.
Absolutely.
So I thought that was more like a setback for his plans.
Oh, okay.
But he had to understand one thing. First of all, Man United without the ball, if you watch Man United playing a game and they don't have the ball, very frustrating.
Problems, yeah.
Very, very frustrating. Their press structure is not really pushing in to get their balls. They're in a very relaxed mode.
So for you, Ten Hag was the problem.
He failed to give Man United. He failed to set up that team. And give them the best possible chance of winning.
Okay.
Because how do you play Mazraoui number 10?
Okay, look.
A couple of questions. How do you go forward and play Bruno Fernandes for a couple of games as a false 9 when you have Zaxi there?
Yeah, but look. Okay, we're going to get into a bit of detail there, but I want to come to Jagan as a United fan. As a United fan, you're scrolling on your timeline, then you see a notification. Man United has parted ways with Erik Ten Hag. Your first emotion is?
My first emotion was I was happy.
Okay, you're happy. You're like,
I was happy. Because there are things that have happened in Ten Hag's tenure that as a United fan who has supported this team since 1998 are not easy to take in. Like that 7-0 loss to Liverpool.
That was unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable.
Then European,
like we're not scoring goals.
Last season we were the last in the group. We conceded 15 goals in the Champions League. Think about it. It is just not right. Goal production has been down. You can put it on the players. That's true. But you see, the manager and the players are one entity.
Absolutely.
If they don't sync, if they don't jiggy, it doesn't help us. So if someone has to part ways, it can't be the players. It has to be the manager.
Because there's many of them.
There's many of them.
Okay. So now, I want to ask you because. It seems that now the dead weight is being thrown out in terms of the manager, right? Was the biggest dead weight. Do you think that Man United is now in the right direction in the sense that, Sir Jim Ratcliffe and the entire board have kind of decided that, you know what, we shall not settle for mediocre performances or mediocre results, right? So whichever manager comes in should be to a certain standard. And we've now learned, we've now kind of realized that just because somebody was performing well elsewhere doesn't mean he's a big team manager, right? It might be a mid-table.
I think it's all about management in itself. Doesn't matter how good you are. If there's no synergy between the board, you and the players, you still but one can argue that the board actually supported him so much that they gave him all the money he wanted to buy all the players he wanted. That was one. And then two, when Ten Hag told the board, I want Ronaldo gone, they didn't argue. When he told the board, I want Sancho gone, they didn't argue. When he told the board, I'm going to bench Rashford, they didn't argue. When he told the board, Greenwood not back in, they didn't. Like, there's so many things he told them. When he told them, I'm stripping Maguire of captaincy, they didn't argue. So they've supported him 100%. Even with all those decisions, you see, the thing about management is that you make decisions, but your decision should be able to give the goals that the organization requires. The goals of a team that plays football is to score goals and make points. So if he failed to achieve those goals, he's the person to leave.
At what point do we start to blame the players, or should we anyway? Do the players have any? Are they capable?
Yes, they are. But before we get to them,
you start with the manager. Okay, and I want to come to you because for you kind of understand, the tactical sense of things, right? Because this question has been thrown around quite a lot. That what is Ten Hag's style? Right, and that has been a very predominant question leading up to his firing. I want to ask you, as a lover of Ten Hag, as an admirer,
I love Ten Hag.
What is Ten Hag's style? What is his identity?
The truth is, he failed to give United a style of play, an identity when it comes to style of play.
Does he have one?
I think he does have one.
Okay,
he does have one.
Okay,
he failed maybe to manage the squad to bring out that identity, but in the 2 seasons, was it 2 seasons? He was here, 2 seasons and 9 games. He never gave that team an identity when it comes to style of play. That is why I think they are going to bring in someone like Ruben Amorim to solve that. Now, when you ask something like, At what point do we blame the players? Guys, you're in a dressing room that has Casemiro, that has Delete, that has players that have experienced better managers.
Absolutely.
Before you go to blame the players, before the players question you, it's what you tell them in that dressing room that is going to make them either align with you. Yeah. First of all, the players have to be behind you.
Okay.
But it has to make sense to them. Because they have seen managers. Ogenda Bagambe bitwagambe ono gaya tugamba chikati. Ancelotti, maybe Casemiro say Ancelotti was telling me this.
Yeah, for
but
you
this,
saying,
but this seems like, you understand? So I feel like Ten Hag failed on this.
Okay.
He's a very good coach. He can get anywhere else to manage.
Yeah, but probably not United.
Not Man United. The demands are big.
And one of the styles he brought to Man United was a diamond-shaped attack that had Onana as an 11th on-field player, not just as the goalkeeper. Yes. Now that got us leaking in the defense a lot.
No, but that's a new football style.
Yes, it is.
The keeper is supposed to be involved.
But it failed.
Play out from the back.
You get it? It failed. Maybe someone else can do it better. Maybe his communication to the players wasn't being received well, and maybe there could be a resistance among
from the players. Yeah.
Yes,
No,
from the players.
Just to add on that, one thing we have to understand. Tactics evolve, managers evolve. This should be a time Ten Hag is going to sit back and try and see what failed. Okay. What does he have to change?
Yeah.
And
to be a better manager for himself.
Because he's a good manager. Trust me, Ten Hag cannot fail to land
He's a good job. Tactician.
You understand?
He's a bad manager.
He just can't fail to land another job.
Okay.
But then you cannot explain to guys like why isn't Sancho in the team? Yeah. When you look at him at Chelsea, he's delivering. Like, bro, you had to bury that hatchet and get the best out of the player.
Okay, and for guys who are watching this, especially guys say at FIFA or whatever, reach out to Ten Hag because he's out of a job now. When the tenure,
you want to pay him with maize.
When the tenure of the current. When the tenure of the current coach comes to an end,
bring him to this dusty roads. The man can't even drive his car in this
I see no harm in reaching out to Ten Hag to come and and Southgate is out of a job as well, is it?
Yeah.
Reach out to those guys.
But Southgate already put out something like
they didn't want to work for a year.
Not now.
There's something that Jürgen mentioned about the fact that Ten Hag wanted the players to play out from the back, and that's why actually Onana came, right? But you see, Arsenal before. About 3 seasons ago, Arsenal, Arteta's identity was, let's play out from the back. And Arsenal leaked so many goals, right? But he was intent and purposeful on it, so much that now they play out from the back comfortably. That the players sometimes, players sometimes have got to be given time to make mistakes, right?
Yeah.
Before they get things together. You see, Onana when he came, he was leaking goals quite. Even now, he still kind of looks good.
58.
But you see,
58.
You see, he's now putting in top tier performances. Even playing out from the back has become a bit better because his ball distribution, some of his saves remind us of De Gea at his prime. He's coming through.
You're asking us as Man United fans to be patient while we're in pain.
My question is, why aren't you United fans patient?
Why should we be? Why should we be? We deserve happiness.
Okay, fair enough. Uncle Ben, the last was it the last 9 games or something?
9 games. He didn't make a double-digit game. 9 games.
Say that again. And
he didn't make no double-digit game week for Ten Hag this season, 24-25. 9 games and he's kicked out.
That's terrible. Yeah. That's terrible. I feel for him.
That guy had us in a negative goal difference at some point.
Yeah.
Manchester United.
The whole of last season.
What is that? Guys.
Listen, Ten Hag, if you're watching this, first of all, we're sorry you lost your job. We wish you well wherever you go. And we hope that you enjoy your holiday, that big
somewhere
bonus
in the Netherlands.
That payout bonus you're going to get from United. Enjoy it because it's going to be hefty and hectic. Enjoy it, you deserve it.
Find a channel, take a trip.
Yes, get yourself.
That's what you have to do to release some.
Get yourself a therapist if you have to, because United is a toxic club and they've put you through a lot of bull crap. You deserve to treat yourself with some goodness. Come to Uganda, see some fine legs. Enjoy, the beautiful scenery.
Coming up.
Yeah, Nyege is just around the corner and have some good time. I know that the Ten Hag discussion is going to go on, and right now we have Ruud van Nistelrooy is stepping into very, very big shoes, yeah? And the history has not been very kind on former players becoming managers. There's very few who go out and eventually, crack it, right? But the vast majority, especially from United, the Solskjaers, the Gary Nevilles, the Roy Keanes, all of them tried management, and things weren't necessarily too good. Do we think Van Nistelrooy is going to be a good manager for United in the short term?
Let me tell you what I thought.
Yeah.
When Van Nistelrooy was appointed assistant manager, assistant coach.
Yeah, you knew that was his target.
I thought Ten Hag would not make 10 games. And if he was finally sacked, they would give Van Nistelrooy a head coach job.
Oh, so that was the low-key plan.
They got him from... he was managing...
Was it Feyenoord?
Herenveen.
Herenveen. Oh, yeah.
In the Dutch league.
Yeah.
And he was the head coach. So far what he has shown in the FA Cup against Leicester, a team that has just been promoted to the league, really fine Manchester United football. You could see the way they are attacking.
There's the hunger.
It just gives you flashbacks of Sir Alex Ferguson. You understand?
Okay. So there's a bit of Sir Alex Ferguson DNA in his management.
like one ball to the middle, another ball to the wing.
From Sir Alex Ferguson.
Sir Alex Ferguson himself moved on from us. He relieved himself of all duties.
That's a traditional way of playing. That's why actually they conceded goals in that game. They scored 5, but they conceded. It is not a reliable
Like all you have to do is score more than the opponent.
But it's not a reliable way.
You're
not going to treat Man City like that. You're not going to treat Arsenal like that. You're not going to treat Liverpool like that. So I think there should be an upgrade on Ruud van Nistelrooy. I was watching that game. He's not yet there. If they let him stay, United fans are gonna hate him. Maybe
and we don't want that.
They could be setting him up for that. But they should get someone. I'm hearing Ruben Amorim there and all that. And we shall talk about him when he gets here.
Okay, finally on this Ten Hag issue. Again, as a United fan, when you look back at all the managers, they've been about 8 since Sir Alex Ferguson. That's quite a number. That's quite a number.
Yeah.
Which of those managers do you think should have been given a bit more time? Because from Moyes got some time and he was kicked out. The Van Gaals, the Mourinho's, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Which manager do you think should have been given a bit more time?
I think Van Gaal gave us a good spirit. The players listened to him. He had tactics that worked for us.
We were just not patient.
With him.
Which former United manager do you think should have been given?
Wasn't Van Gaal a philosopher like the other guy anyway?
You might say Ralph Rangnick because
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Okay.
The staples of his tactical base were very, very, very promising, but he needed time. That is why when Solskjaer was playing against the elite teams,
he always kind of came through.
Stand up. I was watching All or Nothing. Arteta, he was telling his squad in the dressing room. This team always stands up against us.
Yes, guys. They always do.
You understand?
Yes.
But that was under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. All the other managers that have come in have not stepped up against Arteta.
We've always been beaten terribly.
Apart from when even Pep was saying when you beat him in the FA Cup final, his team was hungover.
Which they were, honestly.
Yeah, you understand? So it's like maybe that is not a loss to me. We were hungover. We overparted.
So it doesn't really count much.
You understand? So
okay, So listen, guys, please let us know in the comments what you think about the Ten Hag issue. Let us know if you feel Ten Hag should have been given more time. Obviously, non-United fans will think Ten Hag should have been given more time. I saw a couple of Arsenal fans, mourning saying, "Oh my God, this guy has gone." Actually, Chelsea fans specifically were like, "Oh my goodness, this is the worst time to fire." He
had given us a sure.
This was a sure win for Chelsea, but now not so much, right? Especially after their FA Cup madness against Newcastle, where they lost.
But before you leave Ten Hag, it's very crucial we look at these 9 games.
Okay, let's go through them very quickly in a minute. Yes,
he opened up with Fulham. He won that one 1-0. 87th minute scorer was Zaxi.
There we thought Zaxi is going to be firing on all cylinders.
But still, you could see the tactical base was lacking. Then 2 straight losses. Brighton away.
Ooh.
That hurt me. That really hurt me.
It pained.
That really hurt me.
2 straight losses. Now, Brighton is a team that is going to test your tactical knowledge. How good you are. They are going to test you. You saw how Arsenal performed against Brighton. 2-2.
It's always a tough test.
Then he lost to Liverpool at home.
One can be excused for losing to Liverpool, but go on.
Then we went in for the international break. He comes back with a win against Southampton away 3-0. Then
we look like we're back now.
Then he goes on to bang 7-0.
Yes, and we're like, now we're on fire.
No. We're like, yeah, man. And then this guy, he goes in for 2 straight draws. FC20
in Europe.
Guys, FC20.
Yeah. We should have won that game.
This is where Ratcliffe sits down and is like, but this Dutch guy.
Yeah.
FC20. Yeah. And then Aston Villa away 0-0.
Yeah.
He really performed
that game. The Aston Villa game. The Aston Villa game, that one I can't blame him. I think Aston Villa had every right.
United performed that game.
Yeah. We stole a point.
It was a one-off. A win. Brentford at home, 2-1.
Yeah, that one was another juicy one.
That was a juicy one.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a good one.
And it follows up the Aston Villa game, where you guys.
So we felt like we are.
Yeah, it felt like he was trying to click something there, and then Fenerbahce, Mourinho, 1-1. That was another draw.
That was painful.
Painful.
Yeah.
You wanted to win against Mourinho.
What do you mean?
In Turkey.
Why not?
Yes.
We are Manchester United.
Thank you.
I don't know why you guys.
That would have been a delicious against the former. No, we should have won that. Okay, but go on.
Then he lost to West Ham. 2-1.
That West Ham loss.
That is where the problem.
I fired him. That day.
Yeah. Okay.
I was looking at some of the highlights from the game.
Yeah.
West Ham is when they said, Mazraoui in 10. No.
As a manager, you try out things. You know, when Arteta plays Partey at right back, you know, people say, "Oh,
let me tell you,
when Pep would play Cancelo sometimes in midfield."
As a professional, that are going to create question marks. You understand? You're not going to be a footballer and you turn up for training with these boots this guy uses in his construction things. You understand? Guys are going to be like, now.
What's going on here?
No, that was the thing. Like a right back that is not even double-footed.
Yeah.
And you're trying him in a 10.
Yeah. That's tricky.
Are you talking about Lukaku?
Let's move on from this. Again, let us know in the comments what you think about the Ten Hag situation. It seems unanimous here that, you know, perhaps Ten Hag was to blame, but some of the blame could be shifted to, you know, some of the players who for some strange reason are now showing up and doing all these performances. And speaking of players showing up and putting up performances, we had the Ballon d'Or, right? Which has raised a lot of dust,
big
and a lot
saga
of noise online. Some people felt they deserved to win. They felt like this was their thing, and when they didn't win it, they thought, you know what? To hell with this entire rubbish, we shall never be a part of it. The entire Real Madrid establishment did not show up for the awards, which for me I thought was a bit of a weak move. I thought
those guys,
you know, just send representatives at least. Just because you haven't won doesn't mean the thing is not valid anymore.
Those guys behave.
I think Spaniards are generally too emotional.
Yeah, but before we go any further, I want you to take us through the top 10 maybe?
10.
Yeah,
okay,
take us through the top 10. And I want us to dissect if they belong where they are.
All right. In number 1 we have
No, start from 10. Start from 10.
From 10.
Yes. Yes, start from 10.
10 is the Englishman, our former FPL Tottenham asset.
Yes.
Harry Kane from Bayern now.
The one I think he's banged in goals.
He's
banged in goals. Yeah. Bayern hasn't really done too much. Especially considering last season Alonso was on fire.
Harry Kane has banged in
but he's banged in goals. 9
is Toni Kroos, Real Madrid.
No.
The boycotters.
That's a bit of a trick for me as well. He had a good season, but not a spectacular season. I could name 20 players who had a better season than he did.
Give me 2.
All of the 9 who were before him. All of them before him. Period. And then also, and even in just Man City alone, for example, last season, Foden has had a decent season. I would name even Haaland ahead of him. That's just Man City. Arsenal, I would name Saka ahead of him.
Rice.
I would name Rice, maybe not. I would name Odegaard Ahead of him, yes.
Okay. Yeah.
United, maybe no one. And Liverpool, Salah. For me, I don't know why people never mention Salah, but Salah is one of the most consistent players.
Yeah.
But he's never mentioned anywhere.
African effect, you know,
which is a problem.
So,
but yeah,
are you pulling the racist card before we get there?
Let's go on.
In number 8, Lamine Yamal from Barcelona.
Yeah,
very.
That
I
one
think-
accurate.
I think that we all agree.
Yeah, we all agree.
He's in the right
Guys,
position.
I actually think
Yeah.
Lamine Yamal in 8 doesn't make sense at all. Skid put up short.
Yeah, it should have been at like 5 or 4.
Yeah, something.
Well,
He's a child. He's a child. So give him time to grow.
I think it makes sense because Madrid needed some positions up.
Yeah, but also he's a young boy. He's a very young boy. And
Right.
for me, I think just being in the top 10 was a good introduction for him to that playing
Trust
arena.
me.
Because putting Yamal with the Toni Kroos of this world, you know, with the
by
Hurricanes.
association,
So he still has some time to go.
Number 7,
Yes.
Lautaro Martinez from Inter Milan.
I think Lautaro should have been a bit higher.
He's
I think should have been a
purely
bit
more
higher.
than just a decent player.
Yeah,
he's just more than a decent
It was
player.
very good for Argentina in the Copa America. It was very good for Italy, rather for Inter. First of all, in the Copa
America,
Italia,
Copa Italia, yeah.
It was very good for them in
He won the
Serie A.
league, yeah.
He was a top scorer. Like he's done a lot of things, right? And if you're playing in a team
Simply.
where Lionel Messi is playing and you are the man of the match,
but simply, Lautaro, there are some players that really get of age, and we've not experienced them, and they're really good players. There are players from the past that I can tell you. Lautaro just has to leave Inter Milan.
I thought so too. That
Inter Milan, leave the league,
the two reasons
leave the
why Martinez was not higher is because he's not playing in the Premier League or the La Liga. If he was playing in any of those two leagues, would have been named in the
in
top
a much
five.
better team.
Yes.
Is that fair?
It's not, obviously. It's not. But let's go on. Let's go on.
Number 6, Kylian Mbappe, Real Madrid.
I don't know what Kylian Mbappe really did.
Is that a bold
I struggle to
I have
remember
nothing
it.
to say about
Honestly,
that.
no, me, I
I
struggle
have
to remember
nothing
it.
to say about
I struggle to remember it.
Well, what he did is that he played in La Liga and he plays with Real Madrid.
He's just playing in La Liga this season.
Yeah, but there are many La Liga players who have had
But listen,
you know what,
guys, Mbappe is a good player, no debate.
Yeah, that's
wherever
what he
they
is.
put him, he just shouldn't be above 10.
So are you saying he's a seat filler? You know?
Yes, that's
and also because he's from Madrid.
Ah,
But
okay,
go
two. Number 5, the goal machine, Erling Haaland.
Haaland, that one I have very few arguments. He's banged in goals, ridiculous goals. The goals he bangs in with Zlatan Ibrahimovic style goals.
And in the Premier League, banging in goals.
Hat trick after
bro.
legendary stuff. So for him,
He's there.
I have
He
no
sits
arguments.
well in that
Who
one.
else do we have?
Well, in 4 we have another Madrid player, Dani Carvajal.
Carvajal, I don't think I can argue too much.
This is the last time Carvajal should be on any list.
Well, since they walked out, I guess they won't be on the list.
No, but I mean,
the last
I don't think defenders get enough credit, honestly.
And
I think he's a very good
right
he's a very good representative.
Very good right back. But
very
please,
stellar career with Madrid, Champions League.
We should
very
move
stellar
on.
career
We
with
should move
Spain, won the Euro. As in, really?
by the way, he was the best of that defense
was
line at the Euros.
So where are we? Number?
We're going to number 3.
Yes.
I think for now we should get used to hearing Madrid names because we reached the prime spot.
Okay. Yeah.
Jude Bellingham, number 3.
I would have Jude a bit lower. Like 5 or 6.
Lamine Yamal should be there. He should be in 5.
Precisely. The two should be swapped.
Yeah.
He's English and he plays in Spain, so that gives him.
Lamine Yamal should be there.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question? Is football politics?
It is.
A bit.
Absolutely.
A bit.
What do you mean by a bit? It's very political.
How do you mean? Look at FIFA and the government of Uganda.
Let's not.
That is why.
We're also sending greetings to guys from FUFA. we thank you for the work you're doing. Yeah. Moving on.
I would like to apologize.
Moving on.
For speaking recklessly.
Moving on.
Number 2 is our guy, Vinicius Junior.
Yeah, that one I don't have too many arguments. That one I don't have too many
arguments here with Vinicius.
Very quickly, in 30 seconds.
Vinicius.
You think he should be higher or lower? Should he be number 1?
He should be there.
He should be there. Number 2.
But he shouldn't be complaining.
Oh, okay. I get your point.
Yeah.
Well, number one is the
Obviously,
winner
yeah,
himself.
that one I think it's fairly unanimous.
Who deserved it?
Yeah, I think
he deserved it.
Oh, yeah.
Vinicius should not be complaining. He has another year where Rodri is sitting it out.
Absolutely.
It's like the guy is like now taking a backseat. Like now show us.
Yeah. What do you guys think about Madrid boycotting, the Ballon d'Or and all the players and coaching staff and non-coaching staff putting up all these things on Twitter and Instagram? We support you, Vinny. You're the best.
Politics.
You're the best. What do you think about
politics?
I think no team should have a right to boycott any form of platform like that that offers players their flowers. So are you saying Madrid players should never get a Ballon d'Or because
because they're boycotting?
Because
their argument is they have a misunderstanding with UEFA, and actually in a statement,
is another team
there's a statement I read somewhere whereby one of their executives that runs the club was like, if UEFA keeps up with this, we shall go elsewhere.
Okay, listen, a big shout out also to UEFA, to Wagalanyo, but we are hoping that the politics that is being played stops, because for us, especially for us in Uganda, we don't know why our players are not named. For example, when they're given the Pushkas Award. I remember last year we had a killer goal.
Omedi.
Yes, Omedi had a very murderous goal. We are never mentioned in the Pushkas Awards, so a big shout out to you guys.
Is it FIFA? Because it's UEFA?
I don't know, but Mukorechi, do something.
Yeah,
do something. Yes.
Like wait for CAF Awards.
As we wrap up, again, a kind reminder, guys, that we are at the Gardens, Nigeria, as always. Brilliant, awesome place. Make some time and pass by. This weekend, the Rock Festival is going down. Make some time and come here, have a good time. Strum some air guitars, enjoy yourself. Beautiful, awesome rock music. I will be here. Tonight, I'm going to sleep early so that I'm charged and ready for Saturday.
Besides the podcast, I love this place. Gardens. You should have an experience at this place.
Oh yes,
come around.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Come through.
And Gia, tell us about Friday night.
Friday night is about old school, man. It's about bringing out that nostalgia. Come and listen to some.
So today you're
jams.
taking us back to the 90s.
And not necessarily the 90s. You see, that's the problem with most guys interpreting the old school. You see, if you're 22-year-old and
you don't know anything about the 90s.
You don't know anything about the 90s, but you are once 17. That music you listen to when you're 17, you'll find it here.
Fair enough. So make some time and pass by and have yourselves a good time. And again, from all of us here, we want to say thank you so much for being a good sport. Thank you so much for being a part of this very awesome show. We hope that as you watch the video, you like, you comment, you subscribe to the channel, and you share the link to your friends, your relatives, and in all those WhatsApp groups where you say good morning every day and good night every day, and all those WhatsApp groups where you go and sell your crochets and panties and all these things. Share the link for this, and we'll be happy to also have you on the pod. Let us know in the comments if you want to be a part of it. Again, thank you so much. A big shout out to all of you who have been part of us from the very beginning as we venture into this very wonderful space. Thank you guys for being with me. I hope that after this, tugenda kusimbula. See what you did?
Actually, in the 90s.
Tusimbude. Yes. So we shall catch you guys next weekend. Between now and then, have a good week. Enjoy the month of November. Make sure you pay all your bills on time. And most importantly, we'll be back here next time. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and do all those awesome things. We shall see you. Adios.